How much has your success at the Garden at the last month of the season really helped you in that aspect?
Well, first of all, it's great to be back in New York, and to be overlooking the Garden is kind of very cool to be staying at this hotel. That run at the end to be on national television the way we were just didn't help us in our current footprint, but it helped us nationally. I mean, everywhere we go, I think there's more doors opening up for us because they really enjoyed our style of play and some of the players we had and the success that we had to win 26 games. And we broke 51 records, and then to cut down some nets. Really a special year for this group.
Committee approving the contract extension. What's been the reaction that you've received kind of from the community kind of since that news has broke?
I'll tell you what, it was almost like winning the NIT championship. I think I received more texts and emails and people reaching out, and when I'm walking downtown, even in New York the last couple of days, it's been mind-blowing. The people that have come up to me and really supported how hard my staff and I have worked over the last 7 years to get it to this point. So it's been awesome. Again, the relationships that you build put you in position to have this success, and the fact that Sandy, Barb, and the board recognize that as well. So it's great to be sitting in front of you with 4 more years.
What message does a contract extension send on behalf of the program?
It says we're heading in the right direction. I know if PJ Mullen was here right now, he'd be, you got to say we're climbing. So we're climbing. We are climbing right up, and there's always another mountain right behind that, though. So I think they like the talent that we have currently on the roster, and I think they like the top 40 class that we have coming in. So a lot of excitement around the program. I don't know if you noticed or heard about this, but in the last 5 games, we averaged close to 11,500 fans. So the students came out, the community came out, the administration, the alums, they all came out. And then we had 11,500 right here for the championship game, most since 2005. And the Garden has reached out. They want us to come back. So I think we've put Penn State basketball on a great stage.
You mentioned that kind of mountain behind it. What is the next step, and kind of now that the foundation's set, continuing to build off its success?
Yeah, so we're going to have Tony Carr potentially get drafted here, so that's a huge, and we're incredibly happy for him. And man, that kid put us on his back a few nights for sure. But he set a great foundation for us. And as long as we continue in that trajectory of getting better and being the best team that we can be by the end of the year. But we want to fight for Big Ten championships. I'm not going to make that a secret. We want to fight for Big Ten championships, and we want to go to the NCAA tournament. So that's what we have to do. That's the next step for this program.
What does a guy like Tony do for you guys in terms of recruiting? When you say, okay, we've got this guy, and depending where he ends up, what does that do as kind of bolstering maybe your pitch a little bit to kids?
Well, just the fact of watching him all year, the player development aspect of it, the changing his body and putting on the weight, and his skill. He shot the ball so incredibly well, and then his leadership, and then he almost gets a triple-double in the championship game. I mean, he did everything for us, and it's going to be very difficult to replace him. But potentially him being drafted just sets a mark. We've developed now 2 pros in the last 4 years. 4 years. And that hasn't been done in a long time. I don't want to look back. It hasn't been done in a long time at Penn State. So we can tell guys, hey, we know what the formula is. We know what it takes. And look at Tony and look what he's doing and to put himself in this position. And we potentially could do that for you. We had a plan for Tony. Was it 2? Was it 3? It was definitely a plan. And he stuck to the plan. He committed to it. He put the work in. And God willing, he's going to see his dreams come true.
Historically, it's a little bit different for Penn State to have brought in late signings like you have the last 2 years. How do you feel about this group that you just brought in?
Yeah,
is that something that you'll see maybe continue?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think we are going to see it continue because you don't know about transfers. You don't know about who's going to turn pro. And it looks like the transfer market is here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So we always want to be prepared and continue those relationships just in case anything happens. And we were, as a staff, we were ready to go. We thought Tony might go. We thought some other guys might leave. We thought even Lamar might go. So we were really prepared for every scenario. And we kind of planned it all out and mapped it all out. And we were fortunate to get Isaiah Brockington, and we were fortunate to get Myron Jones, and really good basketball players. I mean, Isaiah's a lot like Josh. I don't want to call him a clone of Josh, but very close to Josh, lefty, freak athlete. And Myron's a heck of a scorer and can really shoot the basketball and a high IQ. So I think there were really some good additions to our roster, and that's really going to help us. But I think you're going to see that from now on.